know something. How about that? All right. How about now? All right, everybody. Good to see you guys. We're going to do this real quick. This is going to be a pretty quick live stream, at least I think it will be. I saw you in there, Don. Good to see you. Hope Huntsville Hamfest was a good time. And I wish I could have been there, but not possible, of course. But today, a couple announcements, and then I'm going to get into the plan for Mount Rainier National Park and what we're going to do in that whole area. So Kevin, W6RIP, is going to go with me. He's already got his tickets, and we're ready to rock and roll and get up there to Washington. We talked last night for a little while on one of the local machines, and we kind of come up with a couple ways of approaching this, and I'm going to kind of share those things with you, and I even did a little packing today and whatnot. So but before that, a couple announcements while everybody's flooding in. Good to see you, Adam. Awesome, that's good. Some new people, Tony, Jason, Eddie. Okay, Dennis, good to see you, Dennis. And let's see here. First announcement is don't forget to connect with me on Twitter. My understanding is there could be some cell service up and around Mount Rainier National Park. Understand I'm not hiking Mount Rainier itself. That takes permits and a lot more planning than even just a couple weeks that I put this together in. But the whole national park is 97% wilderness area, and there's a lot of areas in there that we're going to be hiking in and around, some peaks and stuff. I'm going to share the plans with you on that. But connect with me on Twitter, because if I can push something out via Twitter, I absolutely will. And I may need some of your guys' help to spot me on APRS to SOTA. I'm not APRS to SOTA, but I mean on SOTA Watch. And hopefully you guys can take care of that for me, so that'd be great if you could. So Twitter, please hit me up on Twitter. It's just my call sign, KG6HQD. Follow, connect. Let's do our thing there. And that's where I'm the most active on. Number two thing is if you haven't already, I hope you sub to the YouTube account here. I put up the calendar for the rest of the year, just for the rest of the year. And there's a couple other small things that are going to be slid in and out of there. Maybe a trip to Costa Rica is coming up. And then I've got a couple, I'm going to call them secret peaks for a reason. And you'll know once I activate them why they're secret peaks. And you'll see those on the calendar. But I did the calendar today pretty much from this weekend all the way through. Every single week I have a SOTA summit planned or some kind of trip. I did a little talking with Steve. Hopefully he pops in here tonight. Whiskey Golf 0 Alpha Tango in Colorado. I'm going to try to go visit him sometime. The first part of November is what I have penciled in. So lots going on. Also, if you see the calendar there and you see something that you want to tag along on, if you're local, you want to fly out even, Tony, Tony, that's for you, or anybody else for that matter. If you want to come out and do some peaks in California with myself, or even with Kevin and I, or whatever, I'd be happy to show you around all of our local hills. I've been to most of the mountains around here, at least all the prominent ones. And by all means, I'd love to make that happen. So if you want to come on out to California and you want to do some summits on the air with me, check out that calendar and hit me up on either Twitter. My email's on there, however you choose. So that's another good reason to take a look at that calendar. And also, a couple of you have, and I thank you for that. Anybody that's hit any of my links in the description below takes you to Amazon. If you shop on Amazon anyway, you probably heard this before from a lot of the YouTubers, but I have an affiliate account through them, and that helps muster up a few expenses for gas money, really. Not that I desperately need it, but any of that you guys do choose to shop through there, definitely is appreciated. So don't forget to shop through the Amazon links in the description or on my HQD gear page on my website. So just a couple announcements on that right there. All right, let's see here. Brett, what's going on, Brett? Good to see you, man. Clint, hey, Mike. Maybe you can fly out, Mike, and do some real peaks out here. So, and we got, do you say Jamie or is it Jaime in PDX, Oregon? That's kind of the neck of the woods I'm headed up to. So hopefully we get one or the other. So I have to toggle between a couple different screens while I do this. But one of the things I want to bring up first is to kind of recap on what we did last week is I want to go ahead and kind of bring up the SOTA Watch map page here. I have both Gaia, I don't know how you pronounce it, GAIA GPS.com up, and I also have the SOTA Maps page up. I'm going to go through the SOTA Maps page primarily to begin with. I'm going to show you the zone and how to get there just as a reminder. So I know you cannot see my mouse, so I'm just going to kind of articulate where it's going and what's happening while it's there. But on this left-hand side, you see the little teal or blue box that says SOTA Mapping Project. For those of you not familiar with this page, you can look at the website bar up top, sotamaps.org. You don't have to put in that index, nothing. Just sotamaps.org, it'll pull this box up. or this website up right here. SOTA mapping project. There's a drop-down box. It's not showing you, but if you hit mapping, you see mapping, extras, contact, overview, and about. You can hit these different things. Oh, good. It is kind of showing up this time. So if you hit mapping, you come down. There's different ways of doing stuff. So you can. I'm going to hit alerts right now, and I'm going to let that pop up and let it populate for just a second. But this is one way that you can see all the different alerts all across the world that are scheduled to happen, and some of the ones that have expired. So you can also do the spots. So you can do alerts and spots, both times, and you can kind of see everything down. If you want to zoom into your area, just simply, of course, we're going to look at the U.S. You can zoom in. You can see everything's at when they're supposed to happen with the alerts key in the map in the right-hand side, within 24 hours or within a week or whichever. So that's the mapping and the alerts. If you go to the spots, it'll kind of do the same thing. It's loading them right now, and it'll pull up all the spots that have occurred on which bands and which areas. It's a pretty neat feature. If you haven't seen this before, just another one of the things I wanted you to see when you look at the SOTA Maps page. And then there's another feature on the SOTA Maps page that I did not explain last live stream when I talked about how to plan a SOTA map, and I had one of the viewers remind me of this, which was great, was using the range mapping page. And I actually play with this a little bit so that you can kind of look and you can draw an area, a road route. You can pick up where you want to start and end, and it'll pick up all kinds of trails and peaks along the way that you would be able to activate. But I'm not going to go into that now because that's a bit outside the scope of what I'm doing today. But I want you to be aware of those features underneath the mapping drop-down box on the top left-hand side over here, because I think those are really useful. So with that in mind, now I'm going to just go to just plain old main mapping page. And I'm going to show you the area that I'm going to be activating for Mount Rainier. And I'm going to pull up Whiskey 7. Oh, look at all these different zones down here. There's a ton of them. So I'm going to go to Whiskey 7 Whiskey for Washington. And once I'm there, it'll populate in that box. And then I already know that my region I'm going to is the Rainier Salish region. So once I hit both of those in there, it pulls up the map that covers that whole area. Obviously, you can see Seattle smack dab in the middle. And I'm flying into Seattle-Tacoma. I'm going to go ahead and remove this box right here because I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I want you to be able to see. So you see the 10-point peaks in the very center of the map. The 10-point peaks, well, there's a few of them there, but zoom in just by double-clicking. You can see we're coming up on Mount Rainier National Park, and there's 3 10-point peaks on Mount Rainier itself. Pretty impressive. At 14,410 feet above sea level, that is one heck of a volcano to climb. So this is the general region that I looked at. Now, this map isn't that friendly, you may say. Okay. Remember, we can look at it via satellite view if we wanted to. We can also look at it. This one takes a little bit to load, but this is called the OSM, and it's a little bit better. You can zoom in. You can see some of the trails and the roads, various different things. It's a little user-friendly if you want, and that's by clicking up here in this top left-hand area where it says Map, Satellite, OSM, OC, which is basically give you your contours, OT, kind of just your regular old topographical map, I suppose. I don't know what their icons mean, OC, OT, I don't know. I'm clicking them so you can see each one though. The 4U, and then the CT. Now I like the CT reminds me of just your typical topographical map like your U.S. Forest Service. The 4U looks like it's got the different relief on there, so you can see all the trails now. See all the red lines? Now you have all different. So there's a lot of useful stuff on SOTA maps, but the downside is that you can't actually, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't plan with it, and when you can't plan with it, that's kind of a problem because I need to know. I want to plot my waypoints exactly where they're at, so I can upload them to my phone and I can have that resource with me when I go out there. So if I can't plot my waypoints on there and I can't draw my route on there to find out, what my elevation profiles are, or I cannot, see what the distances are, it's kind of hard to plan. So it's on there, it gives you a rough idea. But what I do use that for is I use that to get my bearing on my Gaia map base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go back to that, and I'm going to open up the other one of Gaia. Now, you can see Gaia GPS, the one and only, my very favorite. And I just kind of have it zoomed out. You could see a lot of the area again up here, upper left, Tacoma, Seattle. So you get the idea. We're going south and east of Seattle and Tacoma area. So look at all the peaks that I put in here. Here's how I color coded them. I'm going to explain each one as we kind of go a little bit because this matters. The ones that have a circle with looks like a little cell phone in there have already been activated. So if they've already been activated, generally there's some kind of indication that somebody was able to access it, make access, and get out and do a summits on the air thing. These red pins right here are unactivated peaks. I put some of those unactivated peaks in there so that when Kevin and I go up there, we will stamp our call sign onto these virgin peaks that have never been activated before. Now, I did actually come up with 23 different peaks for this 2-day trip. And the reason why I did that was because I wanted to have lots of options. So, before I move on further and I tell you exactly what the plan is, I want to make sure that I haven't bypassed any comments. So I'm going to look in there real quick. All right, Rainier. Yeah, exactly. All right, all good, all good. Greg in North Carolina, and hey, David, how you doing? Okay, good. So moving on. This video, I want to kind of hopefully keep it around, I'm guessing 30 minutes, because what I want to do with it is I want to push it out on a couple different websites so that everybody knows where we're going and what we're doing. So in addition to my hiking plan that I have on my website, which will put a whole bunch of stuff on there, I had a conversation with Kevin about how ambitious he felt like being on this trip. So I'm going to tell you, we're gonna start out hard and figure out what we got to do after that. But our plane leaves Friday evening. We both get off of work. We fly up to Seattle straight from John Wayne Airport here in Orange County, and it is about a 7 p.m. flight. We'll be up there about 9:30. We need to get the car. The rental car's already taken care of. So once we pick that up, then we need to jam over to like a Walmart or somewhere, and we need to get a few gallons of water for camp water, and then whatever else we need. If they sell the permits for getting into National Park, great. I doubt they will. They're going to have to buy those at the gate probably the next day. We're going to get everything we can quickly, and then we're going to get on the road. Once we get on the road, boom, we're going to get on over to the 410, and we're going to, let me pull this up. Oh, by the way, I have a bunch of different maps in here that I like to use as well. You can see, the same stuff that you can see on the SOTA maps, you can also get on here. There's a ton of different things. And I do actually go between almost all of these because everyone gives me just a little bit different information. So there's a whole bunch of information in a nutshell. But one of the ones I particularly like is, I think it's this one right here. Yeah, this one works pretty good. So there's a place, and you can check it out. You can see it in the center of the map. I'm going to zoom in right on it. And this big area with all these lines all over it, that is the Crystal Mountain Ski Resort. So that's your bearing inside of where we're headed. Now, this highway that divides this is actually the line of where the, the national park is. Everything to the west or the left of that line is actually the national park. Everything to the right or east is actually wilderness or whatnot. So day one is to drive from Seattle Tacoma Airport. I'm going to zoom in real tight, and then I'm going to drop a pin on it, and then I'll delete the pin. And I'm going to drop, well, actually, you can see the pin. I don't need to drop one on there. This pin right here, end of trail, well, that's really the beginning of the trail. That's the ending and the beginning. So that is where we're going to drive and camp to on night one. We haven't decided if we're going to get there 11 o'clock. It's about an hour drive. We're going to get there at 11:30 at night. We're going to start hiking right away to be on that summit early. But day one is going to be about a 16 or 17 mile day. So we're going to switch back up to the Norse Peak. You can see Norse Peak is right over here. And when you look at Norse Peak, it's about 4.5 miles from here over to here. by taking this purple trail and then up and around. But the first route to notice is the purple trail. And I have to move this map down so you can kind of get an idea of where we're going. So here is the start of the trail. And we're going to follow this purple line all the way up the ridge line. This is an unactivated peak, Southeast Castle Mountain. Take note of that. We'll come back to it. And then, of course, Castle Mountain is over here. This is a bonus peak that I don't know that we're going to get to or not. We'll see. But then we're going to come all the way up here to Discriminator Peak. You can see it is in the red right there, Discriminator Mountain. There's your numerics for it. This is our goal, to have this as our very first peak that we activate on this trip. I estimate this will be at least on Saturday morning sometime. So that is our plan. Discriminator Peak, pull those numerics, and notice that it is along the Pacific Crest Trail and also the Washington section. So there's two different trails on there that we're following. So a prominent trail, I'm hoping that we can turn and burn and get to that. That from that trailhead to here is 7.5 miles, I think is what it is. I will be honest with you, we are not going to spend a lot of time on the summits. So I don't want to tell you to block out your whole weekend, but if you want to get some of these summits with us, hey, keep that in mind. Kevin and I are still deciding if we're going to split up or not. And I bring that up now because there's a chance that what we may do is drop one of us here on this Virgin Peak and one of us here on this Virgin Peak. And then we'll have a time on target that we'll try to go live on. And we're going to get a summit to summit, and then we're going to flip-flop. We're going to probably work, I'm guessing, 6 to 8 contacts, or maybe we'll do 30 minutes, no more than 30 minutes on the summit, and then we got to move. We have to move. So if we do decide to split up here, then what will happen is we're going to bypass each other, and then we're going to go. One's going to have to hike up, the other's going to have to hike back down, and then we'll do the same exact thing. The other alternative, and you'll find out on Saturday morning, I guess, by the way, the other alternative is we stick together on day one especially, and then we, uh-oh, I lost my pins. Zoom out a little bit, find my pins. Here are my pins. Let me go back to this. So I made a Mount Rainier folder, by the way. Got to have the pins on there, otherwise it's no use for you. I see some comments coming in. I'll get back to those in just 1 second. Let me reload this map here. Let me go to comments while that's reloading. Apologize about that. I can't believe that happened. So let it reload. So comments, let's see here. The Cal Topo website is another awesome mapping. Okay. Was out that way last year, beautiful country. Okay, good. Bigfoot, yeah, we're going to find Sasquatch, Tony. What's going on, Josh? Good to see you, man. And what radios are we going to use? Kevin and I both have KX2s, and we will be using our KX2s as we do this. And then I also have a VX8, and Kevin has an FT2DR. All right, we got our stuff back here, so let's go back to it while that loaded. So Mount Rainier area, and show on map, and boom, here we are. Let me zoom back into this. Apologize for that. Might have been a website overload. All right, so more than likely, I'm guessing on day one, we're probably going to stick together. What we'll probably do is we'll probably, one will work 20 meters, one will work 40 meters, and then we'll flip maybe on the next mountain. We'll have to see how that plays out, but we have two things to keep in mind. One, we don't want to blow out each other's radio. Two, we don't want to be tag teaming too much because it's kind of wasting time. And three, 20 meters will hopefully help us get a little further out to maybe East Coast, and the 40 meters will kind of probably take care of just some of our local guys. So hopefully we can kind of do that. You can find us on one or the other. So we're 40 through 10 is what we have, but 40 and 20 will be our primary bands, and of course VHF. I don't know how well we're going to do on VHF in this area. It's pretty remote, but maybe we'll get some of the locals if we got some Washington guys. That'd be great. So anyways, 7.5 miles up, we're going to come up here to Discriminator Peak, then we're going to hike down. We're definitely going to hit Southeast Castle Mountain. And then from there, we're going to come over here and we're going to do Norse Peak. So we're going to take remember we bypassed all these. We're going to take an extra little loop out of the way. We're going to hit Norse Peak, and then we're going to come on back down to the truck or the car or whatever rental car that Kevin got us. And then we're going to drive into, this is all day one, it's all Saturday. And I'm hoping that, with this being 16 miles, I'm hoping we could be here by lunchtime. This is the Crystal Mountain Ski Resort, like I said. And then we're going to take the gondolas up. And once we get the ski lift gondola up, we'll go to the top of the gondola. We're going to hike another mile, and we're going to do Crystal Mountain itself. This one's been activated quite a few times, obviously probably because of the gondolas. It's easy to get to. So that's our goal for that day. So that first day is 4 peaks and 30 points for us. Just so you know, Norris Peak and Southeast Castle Mountain are 8-point peaks. Discriminator Mountain, that one that's way up there, is only 6 points. And then Crystal Mountain itself right here is also another 8 points. That is day 1 on Saturday. Now, we may keep on moving and just kind of take a couple hour power naps and keep on going. We'll kind of we're going to see how the bodies hold up. But then the plan is to back out of this. I should go like this. Back out that we came, back up toward this end of the trail here. And then this road right here is actually the 410. Hopefully it'll come up. Well, this road right here in the middle is the 410. It's like the main divide of the national park thing. We're going to come all the way down to this area where Yakima Peak's at. So I want you to see these prominent points. So Yakima Peak, and in this area, we're going to park, take a nap, do what we got to do. But there's a little lake here. We can pump some water. There's I'm going to drop a pin here because you can't see this. Waypoint, and then you can see where I'm dropping this pin. So where that blue pin is at, I'm probably going to park somewhere in this area. There's restrooms and whatnot. And then what we'll do is we'll take it from there. Let's do cancel. So we're going to decide what time we're going to leave. And then for Sunday, the plan is probably leave at like 3 in the morning or something. If we get a good enough amount of sleep, we're going to cruise down here. We're going to hit, somewhere in this vicinity we're going to park. And then we're going to basically cross-country it because there's a loop that goes around Notches Peak. This is Notches Peak right here, N-A-C-H-E-S. That is a 6-point peak. It's been activated 1 time. We are going to cross-country it over here to Notches Peak. And once we're done there, we are going to hightail it up here to the Hardball, which is the road. If you don't know, Mount Rainier Memorial Parkway. You can see where it cuts across. And now we're on the Pacific Crest Trail, which follows the Memorial Parkway. We're going to make a detour. We're going to go off. We're going to do Deadwood Peak. So we're going to knock out Deadwood Peak. I say this will probably be peak number 2 of the day. So we can get that one done. I would say that will probably be around mid-morning on Sunday to early morning Sunday. This first one, Notches, could be a Saturday night if we're feeling brave. We get here early enough and we're feeling brave, this might be Saturday night. And then what we do is we would come back to the car, and then we would head up here first thing in the morning and take care of Deadwood. So from Deadwood, we'll go all the way up, and we're going to go to Chinook Peak. You can see we're going to stay basically on the PCT. We got water on the way, so we can get some water, and then we're going to come here to Chinook Peak. Chinook Peak is another 8-point peak. It's been activated 7 times, and we're looking forward to that. Those 3 peaks. We got Chinook Peak, we got Deadwood Peak, and we got Notches Peak early Sunday morning. And let me do this so you can see what this one turns out to look like as far as routes. So I'm going to pull up the route, Notches to Deadwood Circle Loop. This way you'll see how many miles that one is. That one's looking at about, so I think it's about a 10-mile day. Let me double check this. Let me see here. And we go all the way up. Okay, good. So this is about the halfway point right there. So halfway point 4. So yeah, so we're looking at 9 miles that morning with 3 peaks in it. So that's not bad. So knowing that, that's going to be Sunday morning's plan. Sunday afternoon, we're going to come back out. Now we're actually going to go into the park. And I'm going to zoom in. We're going to come back out of the squiggly lines, come up the highway, and then we're going to come over here to this road. The yellow road is the primary one we're staying on. I'm going to drop a pin on the split so you can see it. So here is where we're going to split. And then we're going to come into this road right here along the Wonderland, not the Wonderland Trail, but this road right here. We're going to hit this one, and then we're going to basically park right here because we are going to do Mount Fremont. Zoom into that one. Mount Fremont will be our Sunday late afternoon peak. So from right here at sunrise, this is sunrise. I'm going to drop the pin on sunrise. I know you can't, it's really frustrating that you can't see my mouse. I'm going to have to figure that out. So here is sunrise. We'll park the car there, and then we're going to follow this trail up to Mystic Lake via Sunrise. And we're going to keep on going, and then we are going to hit Mount Fremont right here. This is Mount Fremont proper to the right, but this is where the GPS coordinates plot is what you see on the map. And that Mount Fremont is another 8-point peak. It's been activated 24 times. So we're looking at 30 plus 20 is 50 plus, we're looking at 58 points total in 2 days. I have some backup peaks in mind, as you saw on the map, and if we feel real brave, we will hit the backup peaks. One of the alternate plans was this one over here, where you can see East Fay Peak. The downside of these is the only way to get to these peaks over here, where Ptolemy Peak is and Poach Peak, is to take basically a dirt road that's like 12 miles on a dirt road from somewhere over in this vicinity where this river is at, where it says Graham, and then down below this river. And then you take this dirt road in right here. It's a gravel road somewhere. There it is. See it? Just pulley up river, whatever it is. Follow that thing all the way in. That's a gravel road, and we'll be in a rental car, so I don't know. But there's 5 peaks worth 30 points over there. And of course, I'm going to have dogs barking right now. So this is probably not going to be on the first trip, but we may see that happen on a subsequent trip. So check out the comments. All right. Bigfoot Country, Kata, radios, got that. You guys are, yeah, I know, Adam, and so are you, man. And what's going on, Angel, Brett, everyone, good to go. All right, so that is the plan in a nutshell. I didn't want to make this live stream too awfully long. I do want to go out there and kick my dog right now because she's making a ton of noise, and of course she wants to do that right now. But any questions at all about GIA, the plan, or the mapping, or anything at all that I can answer? Because I've given you the itinerary now. We are going to try and spot APRS to SOTA. Kevin also picked up a Garmin InReach. He said there's some way that you can maybe do some spotting with that. So Kevin will hopefully take care of that. If that doesn't work, well, we're going to be hammering down. So frequencies. Maybe you want to know about frequencies. Here's what I'll tell you. Try to find us near the upper part of the general band plan. So keeping that in mind, what is it, 14.350, so around 14.345-ish on 20 meters, and what is it, 7.300, so somewhere around 295, 290, somewhere around there. It's kind of as close to that upper part of the band as possible. Generally, that's hopefully going to be open. You never know. Hey, does anybody know if we've got any contesting going on this weekend? I haven't even looked. I'm not a contester, so I never look. But if we do and somebody knows that, please chime in and let me know. And yeah, I will be running the speaker wire antenna. I also have my LNR Precision Trail Friendly that I have packed already. I thought my suitcase, I have everything packed in my suitcase. It's over there on my workbench. I did that today. I brought a tent. Probably won't use it because I brought my hammock and a tarp. I hope to use that. But if the mosquitoes get too bad, then, well, then we're going to tent it, or we'll crawl in the car if we have to. So that's kind of the deal there. And I got all the food packed. I already have all my Mountain House meals and then some. I brought a bunch of things. I'm not bringing I was going to bring the drone because we're in the wilderness and not all in National Park, but not now because I weighed that suitcase and it's at 48 pounds. So, but yeah, 48-pound suitcase. What else was I going to ask? Let's see here. Oh, speaker wire antenna, LNR Precision and Friendly. Those are the 2 antennas I'm bringing. InReach is a good way to get the word out about spots. Yeah, Dennis, do you know how to work it to actually do spotting to SOTA, though? If anybody knows that, that'd be great. Or maybe we can send a message to one of you guys to say spot us, but I don't know how to do that. Maybe that's all Kevin's project, so if it doesn't work, blame Kevin. Let's see here. Hawaii QSO party this weekend. Oh, okay. What band, David? What band are they going to be on? Do we know in time frame? Is it the whole weekend? And total elevation game and loss for the weekend. Adam? I don't know. I guess I could look and add it all up. When I get back and I actually have that, then I'll know more. Mark, good call. Do you know of anything going on up there? Because I've been watching the weather, and there's been some smoky weather coming in. So I wonder if you've got anything for me on the fires that you know about in that area. If there's anything you know specifically, let me know. Hawaii, Kansas, and Ohio QSO parties all this weekend. Let me guess, 20 meters too, right? Everybody's on 20 meters for contesting. So hopefully I'll be able to be on the upper part of the bands and be left alone, but we'll see. Again, I'm going to say this again, but we are going to be fast on the peak. So, we'll get the spot out. And, if you don't know how to spot, put it in the comments. And, I might have to do a quick video to show you how to do that. Because if everybody here knew how to spot and we connect with one of you, that'll help us out tremendously so we can get the word out to everybody else, and then we'll be good to go. 40, 20, basically everywhere but 30, right? That's typical. All right, well, then there'll be people on the radio. We'll have to work around it, I guess. It is what it is. But thanks, David. I appreciate that info. So, yeah, if you got questions on spotting, it'd be something to look at. I've shown you the SOTA Watch site, and it's a great way to just knock out a spot real quick. Or the SOTA Goat app is even easier, in my opinion. But all the help we can get on that. So that's it for now. Anybody got any other questions I can answer? If not, I'm going to go ahead and call it for the live stream. Nice and quick. Something short, sweet, simple, to the point. See if there's anything else I wanted to cover real quick before I go. Well, I think that's it. So that's kind of the plan. That's the plan, everybody. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. So if you want to know where we're going to be at, check this out. Watch this video. I'll post it up on my Twitter page. I'm going to leave the link to this video probably pinned to my Twitter page so you guys can refer back to it and find it easily. Of course, you can find it here on YouTube. And then I'll probably put it in a couple different Facebook group pages just to try to get the word out there. And then take it from there. Thanks a lot, everybody, for stopping by. 73, and hope to catch you on the next one.